So as 2019 comes to an end, I just want to take this time to talk about myself, what I do, and why your New Year's goals may not work as you expect them to. Firstly, let me just introduce myself. My name is Jesse, and I'm 20 years old and live in New York City. I'm a realtor here and currently in school pursuing mechanical engineering. I also enjoy exercise and am currently on the path of getting my personal trainer certification, which I've honestly left on the back burner for the past 5 months. But most importantly, I'm really heavily into the mind and how it works and how we can manipulate our mind to do things that maybe we don't think we're capable of. And tying into the mind and what we're not capable of, I also love finance. I love seeing how much you can make with what you have, no matter how little it may be or how big it may be. But what I just said is basically gonna be the whole bulk of this channel. It's gonna be a mixture of mindfulness and lifestyle and the different changes you can make to your mind in order to maximize your potential, not only in finance, but in life in general. Now, I may be 20 years old, but I feel like I've done a lot of reading and a lot of researching online, and I've basically been into this since I was a kid. When I was younger, I pretty much self-diagnosed myself with anxiety. Just randomly one day, an anxiety attack hit me, and it was honestly the scariest thing that I've ever experienced. My heart started racing, my hands started shaking, I was sweating, it was horrible, and I ended up going to the hospital for it. The doctor said there was nothing wrong with me. I really didn't feel that way, but from then on, I was trying to treat myself without the help of medication or without the help of seeing a therapist or something of the sorts. And what ended up happening was truly amazing. I managed to completely get rid of all the anxiety I have. Now, of course, there's residual anxiety where sometimes I may just feel a little anxious or something might just come back, but for the most part, I managed to just take it out of my life entirely. And that's what first got me started in the whole mindfulness category. I just love how our mind is malleable and how we can really make it what we want. But I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant here. But basically the point of this video is I want to talk about why your New Year's resolutions or your New Year's goals might not work as you expect them to in 2020. Now, I'm going to split this video up into 3 main points. And in those main points, I'm going to be talking about them, and I'll have time codes for everything in the description if you just want to skip around and get to what you want to get to. But let's begin with the first main point, setting yourself up for failure before you even begin. Let's say you want to get that summer body you've always dreamed of, or you want to start losing weight, go on a diet, you want to feel healthier, you want to do better things for yourself. Most of us will just go to the extreme and just tell yourself, hey, I want to go to the gym 7 days a week. I'm going to go on a strict diet, cutting out carbs, cutting out everything unhealthy. But in reality, that doesn't work. Your body isn't made to go from one extreme to a completely other extreme and manage to stick with it. Now, of course, some people can do that, but for the most part, for us regular people, there's really no way that our body can just shift extremes that much without either having really bad outcomes or just simply not being able to stick to it. So what I recommend doing instead is to just set more realistic goals. Start yourself off small, because the mind likes small victories. If you tell yourself you're gonna go to the gym 2 days a week, maybe the weekends, maybe at night after work or in the morning before work, and you actually hit those 2 days a week, that's a victory in your mind. That's a victory that you're gonna feel proud of. You're gonna be like, damn, I really hit that 2 day a week goal. Maybe I can push it to 3. Whereas if you were to set it to 7 days and go to the far extreme, you're probably gonna hit maybe 4 days a week and you're gonna be tired, you're gonna be exhausted. And what's gonna happen? You didn't reach your 7 day a week goal. You're gonna feel defeated. You're gonna feel like you didn't accomplish what you wanted to accomplish. And that's gonna lead to more demotivation. You want yourself to stay as motivated as possible. And by those small victories, you're allowing your body or your mind to feel good about what it did, and it can potentially lead to more and more victories. Now, the second point is simply forgetting about your goals. And I think most people do this a lot. Right before the new year starts, we're gonna hop on our phone, go on the Notes app, type up a couple goals that we think we wanna accomplish, and then never look at it again. Because what happens? Let's think of this as just on the Notes app. You keep on creating more and more notes. Your New Year's resolutions are gonna get buried and buried deeper and deeper until you basically never look at them again. And let's think about this in terms of your mind as well. Your mind is just storing all this information, and if you don't remind itself of the things that you want to do, it's gonna just overwrite that information with more and more stuff. And what you planned for the new year is just gonna get more and more buried when life comes around. Life takes control, work, school, maybe you have kids. It's easy to get thrown off. A good way around this though is to just make it more memorable for yourself. For example, I don't know if Apple Notes has this feature, but I know on some note-taking apps you can pin notes. I'd recommend pinning that note. So every time you go and make a new note, you're gonna see your New Year's goals right at the top, where you can click on them and just remind yourself and let your mind refresh on what it is that you really wanted to accomplish. Or Let's say you like writing. You can write down those notes in a journal, and with that journal, you can keep it either in your car, in your backpack, or just keep it on you at all times. And you can look back in that journal, take notes, see what's changed, what's gotten better, what's gotten worse, and you can just keep on reminding yourself about that goal. And the third main point I want to make is just simply not making them meaningful. Now, there's a difference between just saying you want to go to the gym 5 days a week or 6 days a week and telling yourself really why you want to do it. And what I mean by that is, instead of going on your notes and just writing up, oh, I want to go to the gym 5 days a week, I want to go on a diet, just dive a little deeper and try and find out honestly why you want to. Is it for self-confidence? Is it for health reasons? There's a slew of reasons why you want to accomplish whatever goal you want to accomplish. Or maybe you're starting a business. Maybe you want to be more financially independent. Just find your reason and just keep on diving deeper and deeper. There's a theory called the 7 whys, I believe, and that's if you just keep on telling yourself or telling someone else why, it just allows them to dive deeper and deeper into their mind. And you can actually pick out a lot of reasons of why someone wants to accomplish something with just 7 whys. After 7 whys, it gets really deep, and I don't know if it's true, but I've heard some stuff where people end up crying after the 7th why, because it truly just, it goes right into your mind, and it's amazing. Now, I've tried to do this myself. It's hard to do it to yourself because how deep can you go into your own mind without someone else, helping you along? But maybe you can try it out. I mean, I'm not sure if it works entirely. I'm just telling you what I've read online. It's not my personal experiences. Pretty much the point of this is to just dive deeper into your goals and honestly find out why you want to accomplish those things. Because finding out your why is a lot more memorable than just saying, I want to do so-and-so. Now, those are the 3 goals I really wanted to talk about. But keep in mind, we're human, right? We're not perfect. We make mistakes. We forget. We do a lot of stuff because no one's perfect. No one can do everything perfectly all the time. And just keep that in mind. Because if you feel like you aren't following your New Year's resolutions or your New Year's goals, you're along in the boat with maybe 6 billion other people. You're not alone. Everybody goes through it. Everybody does it. It's just getting back on track and continuing to pursue it even when life tries to kick you down. But maybe try these things these coming years, modify your goals, maybe change it around, write it down, keep it on you at all times. And trust me, if you try and follow these 3 main points, it's going to make a big difference this coming year on your productivity if you honestly keep up with it and keep trying. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all in 2020 and have a great New Year.